Welcome to Everyday Reviews, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I know there's a lot of content out there and you chose to watch this review. So thanks a lot. You know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything. Today's test is the all-new 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLS450. This is the largest in the Mercedes lineup in terms of cargo capacity and passengers. And like I said, this is all brand new. The 2020 GLS is completely redesigned from the ground up. Now 77 millimeters longer and 22 millimeters wider, it sports a more aerodynamic body style similar looking to that of the GLE, but just bigger. Wheel sizes start at 21 inch, which is much in line for the size of this vehicle, but if you want bigger, you can go all the way up to 23 inches. Active multi-beam LED headlights as well as LED lights all around come standard. Overall, I like the styling. It's modern elegant. You should be able to slide under the radar picking up the kids at school with this design, unless they look inside. In the back, you'll find standard LED tail lamps, dual exhaust, power liftgate. You can do it also hands-free as well. And I brought along my handy travel trunk just to show you how much room there is in the back. Lots of room. I have a little bit of camera gear here. The nice thing is there are electronic switches for folding the third and the second row seats down. So on the right side is for the third row, left side is for the second row. And these can be operated independently of each other as well. So you can just do just left or just right. Also, beside those switches on the right side, there is a switch here for lowering the vehicle or raising it up, as you can see right now. So all GLS models come standard with their Airmatic air suspension. And so yeah, if you have something really heavy and you need to get a little bit lower, this will do it. The inside of the new GLS does not disappoint. It does have the same styling cues as the new GLE. First and foremost, you see these two grab handles that we saw on the GLE, and right up front and center, two 12.3 inch high resolution screens, same as the GLE. This comes standard, these large screens. They are so crisp for graphics, and there's a lot going on here. This does have the latest MBUX system, the Mercedes-Benz user experience. And honestly, I could actually do an entire video just on that system. So we're just gonna touch on it just a little bit. So on your left side screen, which is your instrument panel, you have your gauges. You can control it with the little touchpad on the left side of your steering wheel. So I can turn left and I can scroll up and down. I can see my infotainment. I can see my navigation, my trip meter, route schedule, off-road type of information for angles, a clock. If I want to control the right side of the left screen, which is the right gauge, I just slide over to the right with my trackpad here on my steering wheel, and I can scroll up and down. And I can also change things in the center. If I hit the center and for display, I can superimpose everything on one screen. And then over onto the right screen, that's controlled with the right touchpad on the steering wheel, or you have the touchpad on the middle console, or you can actually just touch the screen. So you have three ways to control this. I really do like the touchpad on the steering wheel. So very, very easy to use. Some reviewers have said that it's not very intuitive. I disagree. I think it's actually very, very easy to get used to. You swipe left or right for your main categories, and then if you swipe up and down, then you go into your specific themes. You have adventure, trip, experience, efficiency, and you have a favorites area as well, so you can customize your own experience how you want it. And always, whether you use the touchpad, hit the screen, or on the trackpad there is a back and home button. So easy to get to wherever you want. That simple. Just a little click there, there you go. And of course, it's just like that. You also have a very airy feel. The cabin is large. You get a full size glass roof that goes almost all the way back to the third row. It's huge, and what I like is the sunshade that actually covers the glass is translucent. It lets in some light, but it diffuses it very nicely, and that is standard. The GLS comes loaded with a lot of standard features, but there are a few packages that are available. This one does have the premium package, which I'm kind of guessing that if you're going to buy this GLS, that's one package that most people will get, because what does it give you? It gives you the Burmester stereo system, gives you the 360 camera instead of just the one camera itself, soft closed doors, and rear power sunshade. So you get all that, and it's about $5,000. The next one you can get is the comfort package. It's $1,900, and it gives you massaging seats, luxury headrests, but also gives you an air balance air purification system and a fragrance system. I'm not a big fan of the fragrance systems. I don't like strong smells. But the purification, though, it's a charcoal purification system with an ionizer, and this can be really good for people that suffer from allergies, or maybe you just want cleaner air, especially if you're driving in really smoggy cities. So that is only $1,900, not too bad. And then for another $1,900, you can get the tech package, and that gives you a head-up display and an MBUX assistant. So you, along with your MBUX system, it has basically a gesture system. It can control the lights, it can control the screens. It's very, very, very smart. Check out my review on the GLE where we show you what it can actually do for that MBUX assistant. So there's a lot going on. You can see there's ambient lighting going on here as well. You can change that color to whatever you want, front and the back. And this also has heated and ventilated seats, but also heated armrest. Not just for the front, but for the second row as well. So that is a very nice, luxurious touch. Oh, and there is a heated steering wheel, but I don't think that surprises anyone for this class of vehicle. Let's check out the second row. Lots of leg room. There is a huge space under the seat for your feet, and yeah, tons of room. This has power rear seats as well. So I can actually slide the seat forward and back. You have this little seat here. I can move them back and forth, recline it, and even control the headrest by power. So each seat can do that. These are also heated. This GLS can be equipped either as a 7 or a 6 passenger vehicle. This has the 2 captain's chairs. You have individual climate control in the rear, lots of vents. You have front vents and you have side vents on the side. One thing I kind of find a little bit odd is for drink holders. Of course, you have the ones in the center. It'd be nice if there is no console for the middle, but there is a drink holder in the front here, but there's 2 different sizes. There's one kind of like a regular size and one small little mini one, like I don't know, you know what, maybe it'd be good for a baby bottle. It'd be very good for a baby bottle actually, but yeah, it's kind of odd that there is only one standard size cup holder. But one thing there is a lot of, holy smokes, I don't think I've been in a vehicle that has so many USBs. And they really try to future-proof this vehicle. They only use USB-C connections here. That's the latest, newest connection. It's the small little one. And there are 3 up front. There is 2 in the back here. You push that button and out it comes. There's 2 there, plus another power outlet for 110. And there are 4 in the back for the third row. Getting into the third row couldn't be any easier. On the passenger side, second row seat, there is a button on top of it, and you either push or pull. You just pull that little button and that seat power slides forward. It pushes that front seat forward as well, and it tilts. Nice thing about this feature is that if you have a child seat in this seat here, well, you don't have to take it out. You can just get right in. This does not have those nice power headrests though, so you just have to flip those up manually. And to put that seat back down, you do the opposite, except this time you push, but you do have to hold it the entire way. And down it comes. So there are 2 seat belts back here. This is a 6-passenger vehicle. And in the default position, there is plenty of room for my feet and my knees. Plus, with this middle area here, you could actually put your legs out and stretch them out if you want. Here are the 2 USBs on this side and 2 on the other side that we talked about. 4 back here. I don't get that. That's maybe if you're tailgating, maybe, you know, for the back seat. But yeah, lots of headroom back here, lots of leg room. This would be adequate for a moderate length trip for, you know, if you're not too big. But I'm almost 5'11", and I'd have no issue sitting back here at all. And the nice thing is these seats are fairly comfortable. A lot of times for third row seats, they're like paper thin, and these do have some decent padding. There are 2 cup holders back here as well. So yeah, that's the third row. But this is a family vehicle, so it's missing one thing: the family. Let's go. There we go. Instant family in the GLS here. This is what it's made for. This is a family vehicle for those that have some deeper pockets, that's for sure. This is not inexpensive. This GLS 450 starts at $95,000, $500. And there is another model, which is the GLS 580, and that starts at a whopping $117,000, which has a different power plant. We'll get to that in a second. So what's powering this one? It's an inline, that's right, no more V6, inline 3-liter twin turbo 6-cylinder, and it puts out 362 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, and it's matched to a 9-speed auto transmission. This, just like the GLE, is equipped with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. So what is that? Well, it has a battery pack, and it's quite seamless. Think of it as having a large starter motor. What is this person doing? I don't know what they're doing. Anyways, so 9-speed auto, mild hybrid system. So it's 48-volt system. It picks up where there may be a lag. This is a turbocharged motor, so it picks up, so it gives you a little bit more of that bottom end pickup. As well, it gives you better fuel economy. It's quite incredible how capable a 6-cylinder is. It really does take the place of a V8, no issue. But if you want to go to the V8, which is in the GLS 580, well, hey, that's a 4-liter V8 twin turbo, and that'll put up 483 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, which is 121 more horsepower, but it does cost $22,000 more. As mentioned, this does come standard with the air suspension as well. It has all-wheel drive, their 4MATIC technology, so no issues in any type of terrain or type of inclement weather. And speaking of terrain, if you go in to your MBUX system, you can select, let's go into our themes. If we are going slow enough and you select adventure, now all of a sudden the screens change. You get your display for your incline, but also the suspension will change as well. This can raise or lower the suspension, and the cameras all become active. So, you know, when you're doing some off-roading, you might be heading up a hill, you don't know what's on the other side, you want to see that front camera, that works for you. I don't know how many people are going to take their $100,000 GLS off-road, but, you know, the odd chance maybe you might want to. At least it is available. I am a huge fan of inline 6s, though, in the BMWs that we've had. I prefer them over the V6. They just feel really, really positive. They're really engaging, and the way they deliver the torque is just awesome. 0 to 100K is basically 6 seconds, which is very impressive considering you're carrying a whole bunch of people and gear and the size of this vehicle. This is, like I said, this is the largest vehicle in the Mercedes-Benz family. There are so many features on this Mercedes GLS, and here's just a sample of some of the technology this thing is equipped with. You get active brake assist. If someone's actually going to come and rear end you, it's going to preload the brakes even before you can even do it yourself, or if there's an impending accident from a frontal collision, it's going to know that as well. You get blind spot assist, active lane keeping assist, pre-safe sound, 9 airbags, car exit warning in case you're going to open one of your doors and there's someone coming up beside you, and traffic sign assist. And seriously, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many standard features that you're getting, but you are paying almost $100,000. There are a couple of other options that you can get for the GLS, and one is the Intelligent Drive package. Along with all those other standard safety features, this adds the distance control, the evasive steering assist, gives you active lane change assist, so you don't have to actually hold the steering wheel and it'll change lanes for you if you're using the cruise control. Enhanced stop and go, which is a must if you're doing a daily grind in traffic. You can basically go and crawl along, and if you come to a complete stop, it'll resume its program or your cruise control up to 30 seconds of stopping. And after that, you just have to hit the gas or hit a button. And then there's the great party trick that we saw on the GLE, and that is the active body control. So that 48-volt system activates these actuators that can lift each corner of the vehicle individually, and it can hop the vehicle along for if you get stuck in sand, for instance. It's pretty cool. And the demonstration was quite amazing. If you want to see the full demo of that, check out that GLE review that we did last year. This one is not equipped with that, but it is available. Now, it's not cheap though. There's a lot of technology and a lot going on there, but if you do want that, it's going to cost you $9,000. The GLS has always had a foothold in this category, basically full-size, 3-row SUV. BMW just came out with their X7 not too long ago, and it took them a long time. So Mercedes has really a good head start on them. The X7 is a great vehicle. I did like it. Personally, now this is just my opinion, I prefer the GLS. Cynthia prefers the X7. Personally, I like vehicles like this. If you're going to buy a luxury SUV, I don't think, blinding acceleration is really a priority, nor super high-speed cornering abilities. This is very, very capable, don't get me wrong, but this just does what it's supposed to do very well, and that is carry people around and do it very, very comfortably. You have all the amenities, a great stereo system. The climate controls work very well. I love the feel. You feel like you're in a large, airy sedan. And that's what I think people really want when they have something like this. So that's it for our look at the new GLS450. If you're in the market for a 3-row luxury SUV, you can be assured that Mercedes has done enough to really retain their foothold in this market. This is everything that you would expect in a luxury SUV. If you like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything either. We'll see you on the next review. Ciao.